My name is Paul Gerlich, and we're talking about Conquest.Online. This is an Android application that we developed. I focused on the networking, client-server relationship stuff.
I'm Alexi. I focused on the Google Maps API interaction with the map screen and a bunch of the functionality of the location-based services.
I'm Leo Southwick. I focused on movement rendering of player positions from the database.
I'm Joe Kleckler, and I was focusing on like the screens and moving from screen to screen, the layout of the whole application.
All right. So when we started off, we originally were going to make an app that had to do with like groceries and stuff like that, and then we decided that we wanted to make an online game. We thought that it'd be really cool. It'd be a guaranteed good grade, and if we did well on the project, and we came to find out that there was a lot more than we thought it would be. So basically, the premise of the game was that you are put on a Google Maps screen like this. This is the login screen, and the concept is that you kind of like travel around. You want to like end up purchasing a property, and then you like build up defenses around your property, and then you try and like go and siege other people's properties and fight them and stuff like that. Once the project actually came to fruition, none of those things existed, but you can move around a little bit, and you can buy properties and stuff, so it's kind of neat. Here, I'm going to pass it off to Joe to talk about the registration and login and stuff.
Alright, so the first thing you have to do when you want to start with our app is you click this register button right here. In the registration screen, you just kind of add your email, username, password. You have to confirm the password, and then you have to select your player types. We have spy, engineer, and soldier. And as the app stands, its completed version right now, there's no difference between the three classes. The idea is that in the future, if we implement it further, that the three classes could have like different weapons and different abilities and stuff, and they could like level up differently as they advance. And once you register, you just click log in again. It takes you back to the main screen. You click log in, then you can type the username and the password that you just created, and it'll take you here to the map screen. And I'm going to pass this off to Leo.
Alright, so this is the map screen. This icon right here is showing, this icon right here is showing your character's current position on the map, and you can tap a location and it'll move that marker to that location, and it continuously is updating the database with your character's position. Tapping on it again just centers the icon. Tapping on it again just centers the icon. And we had some issues trying to get multiple different users appearing and updating on the screen at the same time. So say if there was another user right here logged in, we could get them to show up that their position was at this location, but we could not get their movements to be updated continuously. So that was an issue that we struggled with. Or I struggled with, I suppose.
Yeah. Also, on the map screen, you can all the properties within like a 100-mile radius are shown on your screen. So, for example, there's two properties right next to each other, and you can click on the icon, and it says that this is like PG's property with the ID number, and this is a different owner's property, A's property, with a different ID number. And you can click this button in the corner to go to the new property screen, where you can type in the location to find the location that you typed in, or also go to the current location and drag and drop location property and click the confirm button to add it to the database. And then it's shown up on the map screen along with the other properties within 100 miles of you.
Alright, one of the things that I mainly focused on was the new property screen. So after you've purchased the property, mine is a different version than his, but once you purchase the property, you can click this little home button here in the corner, and that will take you to your property. And as you can see, it sits there and it loads, and then it loads and grabs all these X's are blank spots, and then all those walls. We couldn't get it to dynamically load images, but it like shows like the walls and structures on your property, and you can like, it's got a listener, so you can like place a structure there, and like defensive structure and place a trap. And it has a toast just for debugging purposes, but it placed the item on there and updated the database. And if you go back and reload the screen, it'll show up there. And then you can also, from there, you can purchase things in the shop. If you go here, this will take you to the shop. And in the shop, you're able to purchase items and stuff like that that you want to place on your property. And Joe can talk a little more about the shop.
So then this shop is kind of what I focus on a lot. The idea with the shop is that it reads all this information from the database, and it's going to read it depending on what level you are. So if you're level 5, it gets level 5 weapons and higher. And then when you buy items, it refreshes it and just kind of re-updates the shop. But when you buy food, it just adds to your current health if it's not already at max. When you buy weapons or armor, it adds that item to your inventory, and then when you buy either walls or turrets, it adds those to your chests, and then you're able to place them on your current map. So and then the last thing we had was stocks, and the idea with stocks is that it's just kind of a way to make money. So you buy stocks to get gold per minute, and you start off with a base of 3 gold per minute. Just so that you're able to buy things as you're playing. The more stocks you have, the faster you get gold. And then all this it's connected to the database. So when you click on one thing, it just kind of buys it real quick, puts it in your inventory for you, and then re-updates the shop with new items. And then if I bought a structure, you can see that I'm able to then put it onto the properties table that Paul implemented, and then it is no longer going to be in the chest. And then if the chest or the inventory is full, it just shows a message saying that you're not able to buy anything because there's nowhere to put it. So then the next screen we have here is the social screen. I'm going to let Leo talk about that.
Alright, this is the social screen, and the way this works in the database is it's just a two-way relation between, so this, I guess this is the enemy page of the social screen, so it's a two-way relation between two usernames, whether those two people are enemies, and so the same situation for friends and such, and so it'll just pull from the database and display who you are friends with or who you are enemies with.
Alright, so we have a few other quick screens that we'll go over. We're well over our time. There's the social screen. There's also the settings screen. It has a bunch of different settings. None of them actually apply because it's a general screen from the from Android shit. Otherwise, there's also this thing. It shows what items you have equipped, and it also toasts all of your stats and stuff. But this is not implemented at all, and it's completely broken. And then you can log out. And so there we go. And that's a project.